Okay. Are we on? Sweet. Good morning, everyone. There we go. All right, we are here and we are back for yet another, Hogwarts Legacy Story Mode live stream. Had a lot going on this week. My oldest and his wife moved into their first apartment, so that's exciting. So I've been very busy this week, doing that, and then, you know, other things happening. So not bad things, just things, you know, kept me very busy this week. So, but we are back for some more fun. Now, last time I had to leave because, the people that were coming to look at one of the puppies just decided to change their appointment time. And that annoyed me, but you know, they bought the puppy, so it's fine. So I only have one left. Actually, technically, my husband doesn't want to keep Primrose. I do, but he doesn't. So we're going to have a conversation about that. So we might actually sell Primrose, because her, you know, she had intestinal parasites, which none of the other puppies do. So I don't know where she got that, but, we had to get her medicine for that. And then Daisy, one of my adult dogs, she got them from Primrose because every time Primrose goes to the bathroom, Daisy cleans her up. That's all I'm going to say. So she had them too. So I had to get medicine for Daisy. And then Primrose's eye drops, are working. But some days her eyes are still crusted shut. And so I called the vet and he said, well, she might have allergies too. So without doing any kind of allergy test, which she's still kind of little, you know, once she gets, you know, bigger and older, then he'll be able to do all kinds of testing on her to find out what all her problems are. But she's still just so tiny right now. So anyways, he said, you know, we could do an allergy test, but it doesn't hurt anything if you just go ahead and give her these allergy eye drops, in the meantime. And I said, yeah, I'd rather just, you know, give her, as long as it doesn't hurt her. If it doesn't make her any better, that's one thing. But as long as it doesn't hurt her, then I would definitely give her the medicine. So we had to get her different eye drops. So we have 2 eye drops that we have to give her. One of them is only sometimes. But my husband is like, you know, it's already so expensive. We haven't even gotten her fixed yet. And she still has her 3rd round of shots to go. And it's already so expensive. And I said, yeah, that's why I started her YouTube channel. So I could keep her because I want to keep her. Right. And he's like, yeah, but you know, it's going to take a while to, if any, ever to see anything from that. Excuse me. And like the vet wants to be paid now. So I was like, okay, so, you know, we'll talk about it, but I want to keep her because she loves me and I love her. So anyways, I have to sniff. Hang on. I don't have any tissues right here next to me, which I should because I have allergies. So you would think that I would have tissues with me at all times, but I don't. So I sneezed the other day and my husband was like, why don't you have any, oh, let's do this real quick. He's like, why don't you have any, allergy medicine, or why don't you have any, tissues? And I'm like, I don't know.
Hello, Lenora. What are you looking at?
Hello,
Everyone
Lenora.
thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this. If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing. I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have.
So for this,
Come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
Okay. These are seemingly blank frames, right? But all you gotta do is,
Lumos.
and then it shows you where to go.
I should look around in case it's nearby.
In the picture, it shows you where to go. Sometimes these are like this one's right down here. But sometimes they're like really far away and you're like, I have absolutely no idea where that is. Hang on, let me get this I have absolutely no idea where it is. This one's right down here. You can see the little pointer thing showing us. But you can hit Revelio, and you can see the little moth right there. Do you see that little moth right there in the middle of the screen? You just go down there.
This looks like the location.
You collect this Revelio
painting.
page right quick.
What could be so special about it?
And then you Lumos the little moth.
Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
And you bring it up here. And you Nox your wand, which they don't say here.
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
And you get another field guide page. I have uncollected rewards. Imagine that. Okay, let's talk to Lenora now.
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
She's kind of nasty. She's like, you did? How? Like, oh, how?
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Amit, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
Well, you didn't. See that thing over there? Let's go get that thing over there.
I thought your mother was... Oh dear, I shall get in trouble.
Now this is our good friend Cressida.
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, by the way, and I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought
sorry.
I perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way. I collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Amit told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
Meat is such a tattletale.
I suppose I could help if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
I'm going to have to use Accio to get to those books. Got it. Only 4 more to go.
Yeah, they're not hard to find. You can just stand around and they'll eventually show up. But, a couple of them you have to go upstairs to find. But again,
Revelio.
our best friend Revelio, shows us every single thing. Until we lose it. Get way over there.
This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too if I were her.
Today was a good day. That is until Gareth splashed whatever ridiculous concoction he was creating all over my perfectly stewed lacewing flies. You can read this if you want. I am not going to read the whole thing. Sorry if you get dizzy. Oh, that was a field guide page. That was not even a book. Oops.
Incendio.
Dang. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons today. There we go.
That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida.
Okay, I'm gonna go down the spiral staircase again, so if you get dizzy, turn away. Alright, done.
How would you like to learn the knockback jinx flipendo?
I would
Once
love
you've
to.
completed the necessary tasks, come and find me in the greenhouse.
Alright.
Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Here you are.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library again anytime soon. Now, to work out where I went wrong. Perhaps I should start brushing up on my Latin. Thank goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want anyone but me reading my diary.
And, you know, all of us, right? Sorry. Alrighty. Let's go learn to pulso. Grow and harvest fluxweed. Acquire all 3 combat plants and use them simultaneously. Use them. Use them against bad guys or just use them? Oops. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons today. I don't know if my keyboard is not aligned where I need it to be or what, but...
Right down.
Okay, let's learn.
Professor Sharp is so intimidating.
Coming along.
Fine, thank you.
I completed your assignments, Professor.
Good. You should be ready to learn Depulso. Let's see what you can do. Concentrate. Do not let your mind wander. You've got it now. If you'd like to practice, and I think you should.
And I think you should do it over there.
Perhaps best not to go flinging your classmates about the room. Well done. I'm glad to see that you seem staunchly determined to master your spellcasting.
Thank you. Alrighty. Let's go to the map chamber. Oh, okay. Wait, do we have to go to Fig's office first? I think we do. Yep. Hold, please. I have to talk to my son. Are we back? Okay, sorry. I don't know why I thought I could just go to the map chamber. Duh. Talk to Fig first.
I was hoping to see you.
You're back.
Finally. Minister Spavin talks more than he listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. Eldritch Diggory's portrait in the common room told me about his great niece, Helen.
His great niece?
Yes, she used to be an Aura. Well, she took me to Azkaban to meet Anne Thisbe.
You went to Azkaban?
Quite an experience, but you see, Anne knew Richard Jackdaw before he died, so I had to find his ghost.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern. I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's skeleton, I found the missing pages.
You found the pages?
I did. And because Jackdaw had followed the map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room below Hogwarts.
Why am I not surprised? Shall we?
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, and we'll need to bring the book. The room is called the Map Chamber, by the way, and a portrait of Percival Rackham awaits us there.
Professor Rackham. I look forward to meeting him. How did this Jackdaw get the pages from the book?
Evidently, Peeves stole them, and Jackdaw stole them from him.
Oh, Peeves.
I found that hilarious.
To think it was beneath us all this time.
There's supposed to be music here, but I remembered to turn it off today, so there's no music here.
This looks promising. A map. There's Hogsmeade. And over here, the Forbidden Forest. And, of course, Hogwarts. It's magnificent. If only you were here to see this.
Hello, Professor Rackham. We've placed the book on the pedestal, as you asked. And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend, see now why you needed to return with the book?
I do. I also see why you refer to this room as the Map Chamber.
That you have come this far tells me that you possess extraordinary magical ability, the potential and power of which will unlock should you prove yourself worthy. The location of each of 4 trials will, in time, appear on the map. Trials that will test you and give you access to invaluable knowledge. Trials that you must complete on your own. Do you recall the pensive memory you viewed in my vault in Gringotts?
Yes, I do.
You and your friend Charles spoke of the portkey, and of trials you'd created for one who sees traces of ancient magic.
Precisely. Charles is another of the Keepers, a designation we gave ourselves centuries ago, in light of the knowledge that we have been bound to keep hidden. Until perhaps now.
So, the passage from your ruins to Gringotts, everything in the vault, the restricted section, finding this room, none of these was a trial.
They were an important part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves. The fact that you have come this far, however, bodes well. The trials were designed to ensure that the power and knowledge we have kept secret for so long does not fall into the wrong hands. They will test your abilities, both innate and learned. But of equal importance, everything you witness as you complete the trials will inform what you choose to do with all that we share. You will need patience. The trials have much to teach you. It will take time.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of time.
We have waited this long, Professor Fig. Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. And we encountered an uncommonly powerful goblin wielding such magic as we prepared to leave your vault at Gringotts. We may already be too late.
This is grave news indeed. Young friend, do you trust Professor Fig?
I do.
Then, in the light of your considerable skill and all you have already accomplished, we shall begin. You will find the location of the first trial marked on the map below you. Whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials, they may be completed only by one with our ability.
Shall we have a look? I know that tower. It's not far. You may have seen it yourself.
Don't think I have. Perhaps your young friend is not as well traveled as you think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is safe.
It is not
Join
safe.
me as soon as you can.
I'll find you at the tower as soon as I can.
Until then, be careful. And do not tell anyone where you're going.
All right.
Complete the tasks I've given you, and then meet me in my classroom to learn Defindo, the severing charm. It's typically used to cut an object, but can be a powerful weapon when needed.
All right. Defindo is my favorite. So I'm going to do that before we go
It's time
to...
you learned, Glacius, the freezing spell. It is an efficient way to cool down a heated situation. But first, I will need you to complete a few tasks. Once you've done that, come and see me.
I'm going to do Professor Sharp's tasks before I do anything else because I like Defindo. So I have to acquire and use an invisibility potion and Thunder Brew. Use the Thunder Brew against enemies. Thunder Brew is my favorite potion. Don't know if I have enough money to buy them though. So we'll find out. Let's see here. First, let's check the gear inventory here and see. Oh, I have new wand handles. Hang on to that one. See if I have anything I can. Oh, no, I don't have anything to sell. Dang. I mean, yes, I do. I don't have much to sell. I have a hat. 1,179. I don't know if that's enough. We'll find out. I'm not going to do all this while we're on with you guys because that'll take a while. Let's go on in here.
You again
Invisibility
for
and
delivering
Thunder
those
Brew.
potions to Madame Lowing.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Saved me a lot of time and trouble.
I can... Yeah. I can see that.
I hope to see you
Dang it.
again. Farewell for now.
I always hit escape instead of... So when you sell your stuff, you just go here to go back to the thing. And I always hit escape and don't do that. So Thunder Brew, sweet. I have enough for that. That means I'm not going to have enough for invisibility, which is here. Dang it.
A wise decision. Thank you.
All right.
I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Yeah, thanks. Let's wander around Hogsmeade and see if we can find some coins.
Revelio.
I haven't done the unlocking thing yet. So I'm limited on where I can go and what I can do, because I didn't do the unlocking thing yet. An eyeball chest over there, I think. Pretty sure, pretty sure.
Revelio.
How do I get around this wall here? Nope, can't go in there. Thought I saw an eyeball chest over here. Must have been mistaken. Maybe it's in the building. Yep. Oh. Glad Rags Wizard Wear is where I'm at now. Hello.
Ready for a little change in fashion, are we?
Nope.
Plenty to choose from here, so take your time.
Okay, great, thanks. Oops. Dang it. Oh my goodness, y'all. I can already see how today's gonna go. Not like I haven't done this a million times and I already don't know how to do it. Alright. Let's go back to the map. Oh, I'm way over here. Dang. Get me some invisibility potions so I can get Defendo. And then you can get some,
Thank you again for delivering those potions to Madame Lawing. Saved me a lot of time and trouble.
you can get a thing with your talent points where you can make the Defendo slice through
Wise decision.
a bad guy and hit another bad guy. So that's pretty cool. All right, first we're going to turn it into daytime. Okay, sorry. Talking to my son. Okay. That didn't really turn it into daytime, did it? There we go. Well, that scared me. Was not expecting that to happen. Alright, the reason I wanted to turn it into daytime is because the easiest way to find bad guys is in the forest. And I don't like fighting bad guys in the forest at nighttime. Because I am a big baby. So. And I have to use the Thunder Brew. Does it say against enemies? Yeah. So. Oh, it's the fighting plants. It doesn't say that I have to use them against enemies. That's right. It just says use it. Use them.
Oh, I shall enjoy this.
Yeah, wait. Where am I going? Well, it doesn't matter. Here's bad guys here.
When the clouds are dark is always the best time to strike. It's as if nature... If it isn't, Nora Treadwell.
I was following the gold thing instead of the
You may want to...
purple thing.
Yes.
No one hide from me. I'll spot you like a street.
Alright, now that I've done it, I can go. Because we don't have to actually defeat anybody, we just have to do the things we were told. See, this is a purple thing I was supposed to be following. But I didn't. I was following the gold thing. I was like, why is it so far away? Because the bad guy camp, which is right here, that I was looking for, dang, was not that far away. So, apparently I have to leave them a little bit farther. That's fine. Okay. Let's see, let's go back to Hogwarts. Potions classroom.
A dash of powdered bat spleen, I think.
My oldest son is mopping, and the one that moved out, he's making mop water.
Have you finished your assignments?
And it smells really good. The cleaner I got smells really good.
Professor.
Well, well. I trust you are meticulous in your efforts. After all, shortcuts only ever lead to shortcomings.
Yes, sir, of course.
Good. Ordinarily, I'd say it's not my concern either way, but you... I want to make sure you're well prepared. Talent and resolve are a potent combination. It would be a shame to let that go to waste.
Thank you, Professor.
Don't let it go to your head. Now, let's see how you fare with Diffindo. Wand at the ready. Focus. Diffindo can be dangerous if you're not paying attention.
It's like Zorro.
Very good. It seems you have a grasp.
Yeah, I have a grasp.
I would encourage you once again to practice here in the classroom. For your sake and that of everyone else.
He's not gonna say good job. What the heck? But it like slices the book all into little pieces. That's funny. And then we will go ahead and talk to him to get rid of this little bubble
Sharp,
above his head.
Do you have a moment?
Depends on how you intend to use it.
That's funny.
I saw an aura badge on your desk and was wondering if you could tell me more about your time as an aura.
Observant. I suppose I could indulge you for a moment. Spent years tracking down reprobates who dealt in artifacts of dark magic origin.
What?
That seems a bit more dangerous than teaching potions.
Often, yes. Though I've seen some remarkably creative concoctions brewed in my class. I enjoyed a great deal of success as an aura. However, success can make one complacent if one's confidence is not tempered by humility. One overstep in battle changed everything.
May I ask what happened?
Yes, well, I suppose it's a matter of record. My partner and I had tracked a suspect to a harbor in Scarborough, trying to smuggle shrunken heads of all things. I had deduced that he was working alone. I was mistaken, and they knew we were coming. From the moment we stepped onto the ship, well, I barely escaped with my life. My partner wasn't so lucky.
I suppose being an aura is dreadfully dangerous. I'm sorry.
it is at that. But survival is not guaranteed for any of us. Pay attention. And not just within my class. This is what I must impress upon you all. A potion and a poison may be a mere breath apart, until you consume the wrong one.
Well said, Professor.
Alrighty. Now, let us go on and do the first trial. Now that I have Defendo, which I love. Wait, I gotta highlight the quest first. There we go. Now we'll go here to Sanbakar's Tower. Which Sanbakar's another keeper that we haven't met yet. Obviously, we've only met the two. Well, we saw him, but we didn't actually meet him. We didn't actually meet Charles either, but we know who he is.
Over here.
Over here. Whisper as loudly as you can.
We're not alone.
We are not. Ranrock's loyalists. Around a dozen I can see, but could be more.
Can't we apparate past them into the tower?
We could, but we've no idea what's in the tower. More importantly, however, I'd like to know why they're here. They've set up camp just ahead. I suggest we investigate a little before doing anything else. Let's go.
Well, this isn't ideal.
No, it isn't. This way. And I'd suggest we use the disillusionment charm here. No sense in announcing our arrival. Quickly now. Stay hidden and cast Trificus Totalis. Well done.
Thank you. Now, lots of times they will keep their back to you.
Something here. Ramrock said so.
And we've never known Ranrock to be wrong about anything.
There must be something here. Ramrock said so.
Trificus Totalis.
I love how he just bumped into that rock and it went spinning. That's a thing that happens when you bump into a huge rock.
Ramrock said so. Hello? Such arrogance. Convenient. Let me go, sir.
Orders. Directly from Ranrock.
These orders indicate that they're after something to do with names. What names? And why here?
I will draw blood. Taste goblin silver.
Let's see. Let's put all my good stuff here together.
Let's get this I won't rest. Oh, that was meant for me.
Oops.
Why don't you come up here and... Rather unwise coming back this way. Stupid guy to the tower.
Revelio.
Alrighty. More coins. Try to collect as much as you can, especially here in the beginning, because you have to buy a lot of
I'd persuasion
Gotta buy a lot of
this is the fault of
plants and
time,
seeds and
not
potions.
goblins.
I didn't even hear what he said.
Looks like we found the entrance.
It's locked.
Hang on, I got an important phone call.
An unlocking charm.
Very handy. No time now, but if you don't learn it soon enough, we can work on it back at the castle.
Sorry, that was a very important work thing. Okay. Let's see. We gotta go up here. We are going to learn the unlocking charm, but we have to do the first task first. Which I mean, I guess we had to learn about it, and this is where we learn about it, so.
I imagine these brooms have been enchanted for centuries. Never seen an enchantment last this long.
Welcome to San Bakar's Tower.
Now, if you didn't already know that he was here, that scared me to death. The first time. Because I'm just looking around for stuff, you know, and I had Revelio'd, and I was looking around for stuff, and I came up here, welcome to San Bakar's Tower. I was like, oh my gosh, that scared me so bad. Anyways.
Hello, Professor. Did you say San Bakar's Tower?
I did. Professor Bakar is a keeper you have yet to encounter. I'm glad to see that I was correct in presuming that we would meet again soon after our last encounter. Though I surmise, based on the commotion I heard, that you did not have an easy time getting to me.
We did not, Professor. We encountered goblins outside the tower.
That goblins were aware of my vault is disquieting enough. But if they have also made a connection to this tower, then the threat may be greater than I thought. All the more reason for us to move forward. Downstairs, near the entry, a reservoir of ancient magic, like those you've seen before, has been unlocked. Commanded to access a doorway. I'm afraid I cannot say more. As Professor Fig cannot join you, he and I will, in time, see you back at the map chamber. Remember what you see.
We're going to need to understand how Ranrock's loyalists knew about a tower that once belonged to a keeper. For the moment, however, you've more important things to set your mind to. A reservoir of ancient magic, I believe?
Yes, sir.
Then I shall leave matters in your increasingly capable hands. That said, be careful.
I will, sir. I'll see you back in the map chamber.
Now, let me tell you about this door.
Magic. Downstairs, near the entry.
All right. Let me tell you about this door. This is a level 3 lock, so we cannot open this until after we are completely done with Mr. Moon's quest, you know, to learn Alohomora. Okay. I have never, because I always forget about this door. I have never opened this door. I don't know what's behind it. Because you know, once I get everything all done, I always forget about it. So, I don't know what's behind it. And I'm always like, oh, you know what? I need to go to that tower, San Bakar's Tower, and do the door. But I never, ever do, ever. I've never, ever opened that door. And there's no chest or anything in here, so I don't understand the point of going through here, but here we go. The first trial.
I've seen this before, in Gringotts and the restricted section.
I always forget where there are chests. Is there a chest back there? No? Oh, okay. Sometimes there will be Wiggenweld potion laying around, though. Oh. Duh.
Impressive. That must have done something. Best have a look around.
Best have a look around. Didn't just show us. Should be one here. And there should be one over here. Yep. By the way, I think I got something else. So we'll go ahead and put on my new stuff. Nope, not that. That's the thing I just got. All right. There are a bunch of bad guys in here, obviously, but it's like those statue things.
More traces of ancient magic. Something must be different.
We just keep going till the statues come alive.
These are never a welcome sight. At least I know what to expect this time.
Yep.
Expelliarmus! Protego!
Okay, that was pretty easy.
These look familiar.
Where'd I put my... Apparently I do not have an Accio on here. Maybe. Now this one, yeah, we literally do not have to go through this at all. Only reason to go through here is for here. That's it. Nothing else. The rest of it is because we now have a path around. This was not here before. Like, this opening was not here before.
More statues.
There's a little blue circle showing where he lands. As long as you're not in that blue circle, he won't hurt you when he lands.
It's easy on me.
Nope. Why would they make it easy on you? What a weird thing to say. Alright, so when I first did this one, I was like, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to... I don't know, I'm so confused. Yeah, it took me a while to figure this one out.
I presume I'm looking for traces of ancient magic. But where?
Okie dokie. Now, we have to get that platform on the other side of the bridge. So, I have to go... It's still there. I always do it backwards.
Seems I ought to explore this archway from both sides.
Yeah, really. Oops. They're over there. Oh my gosh, I feel so stupid. Okay. Like I've done this a million times. Come here. Come here. Come farther. There we go. All right. Ah. Now we're gonna go over here. And there's a chest over here. But more importantly,
what did that burst of magic change on both sides of the archway?
Yeah, fabulous.
Something must be different.
More importantly, we're on the other side of the bridge now. So let's go back to where the bridge is. Huh. I always run through the archway backwards. I always run through the archway backwards. There we go. Now there's the bridge. So, we're going to go up on the bridge again. Pull the platform over.
I need to see how the room changes when I move in and out of the archway.
Yeah, if you could stop saying that, that would be fabulous. And now we're going to pull ourselves to the end. See? Easy. A little fiddly, but easy.
I'll never get used to these floors.
Yeah, they are kind of weird. Alright, we got a new gear thingy, which helps us against the bad guys. Oh, apparently we got another one that I missed. Let's see. Zonko's glasses, because they're my favorite. I love them so much. I made it just in time, dang. I love how throwing their weapon on them at them chops their head off. You done? Bye-bye. I love you. Alright, now let me tell you about this one. Sorry, let me tell you about this one. I could not figure this one out for the life of me. How do I get over there? Turns out you gotta be a little smarter than I am. All you gotta do is Accio this platform to you, right? Jump onto it and pull yourself to the end. That's even easier than the other one, but I could not figure it out for anything at all. My middle son actually had to tell me how to do it when I first played the game, obviously. I was like, I don't even know. He's like, just jump on the one platform and pull the other one to you and jump through the gate. And I was like, what? So he's like, here, I'll show you. And he showed me, and I was like, well, now I feel real dumb because that was really easy. So. Tons of Wiggenweld because there's a big bad guy in here. I was like, oh, free Wiggenweld, that's never a good sign. Where are all the other... Okay. Here we go. I guess I was too far away. Big bad guy. Big scary bad guy. I try to do those,
What a relief.
what are they called? Like, the feet thingies? Dueling feats, that are right above my tools. Whenever I can.
Another pensive.
But I was supposed to destroy that orb while it was charging. And then, since my brain is working extra slow today, I wasn't able to do that before it hit me, so. Anyways, let's view the memories. I like how a tear comes out of the statue. Like with Snape. That's a pensive artifact. We hang on to that.
Your ability to transfigure the world around you is remarkable. What is it?
My father isn't getting better. I don't think he'll ever recover from the death of my brother.
It is agonizing to see those we love suffer.
The drought was years ago, but the pain of losing him is as deep for him now as if it had happened only yesterday. He doesn't need pretty pillars, he needs peace. What if I could help him, Professor?
You do so much for your father already.
It's not enough. I want to take away his pain.
It is tempting, I know, to use this magic that you're mastering to transfigure more than the physical world. But human emotion is a potent force unto itself. Even the most well-meaning and competent witch cannot possibly know the consequences of irrevocably manipulating it.
So I'm to watch as my father's pain destroys him.
It is not your pain to take.
We'll see about that. Look at the look on her face.
Every year a student sees something sillier than I could ever imagine in their tea leaves. Oh, Miss Morganach, welcome back to Hogwarts, Professor.
That's going to take some getting used to. Professor Rickwood?
I was so pleased to hear that you'd accepted the position of Defense Against the Dark Arts, Professor.
Sit, Isadora. Tell us about your travels.
I was actually hoping that you and the others might join me at my home this evening. There's much I'd like to share with you.
That would be delightful. We shall let the others know.
Very well. I shall see you then.
All right.
Another memory.
Yeah.
Now to find a way out of here.
Well, that's easy.
More
There's a big
crystallized
thing
stone.
pointing at it.
That must be the way back to the map chamber.
Wonder how I'm gonna find my way out of here. Big yellow thing pointing at it. And there's Charles.
What have we here?
I'm a student at Hogwarts, sir, and this is Professor Fig.
Professor Charles Rookwood at your service. Has someone completed the first trial?
I have, Professor Rookwood. We saw you in the Pensive in Gringotts with Professor Rackham.
Indeed. So, you found the portkey to access Professor Rackham's vault, and you deciphered the map within the locket you found floating above that Pensive.
I did.
Sure did.
I found something that I can't identify floating above the last Pensive.
Ah, yes. You will find a similar artifact in each trial. You must take care to keep them safe. You will need them to complete the journey we have set forth for you. Once you have them all, we will tell you what to do with them.
Very well. Are you able to tell me anything about the next trial?
Before you proceed, I would like to speak with Charles regarding the urgent situation involving the goblins.
The goblins?
The student has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. They and their mentor, Professor Fig, not only encountered goblins lurking outside of San Bakar's tower, they also encountered a powerful goblin in my vault at Gringotts.
I'm afraid it would be wise to halt the trials until we know more.
We shall defer to you in this matter, of course. Now then...
Wait, Professor. The name Rookwood, do you think...
That there's a connection to Victor? Perhaps, but we can't be sure of its significance, if any. For now, tell me what you saw in the Pensive.
Before the witch from the last Pensive, Isadora, became a Hogwarts professor, she argued with Professor Rackham about using magic to remove pain.
Hopefully the next Pensive provides more context. For now, we should learn what Ranrock knows. I will be honest, I've no idea where to start.
Actually, I might know of someone.
I saw Sirona at the Three Broomsticks speaking to a goblin once. They seemed friendly.
Well, it's worth a try. See what you can find out. Of course, don't forget...
My studies. Yes, sir.
Before you go...
Yes, sir.
Professor?
Have you encountered swirling traces of magic in the world? Aside from those along our path?
Not that I recall. What are they?
Evidence of the Keeper's efforts to manipulate the power of ancient magic during our time. If I am correct, and I usually am, you should be able to use them to inform and enhance your own magic.
Thank you, sir. I will look out for them.
It's like when my grandma and I would watch, what is it, Murder, She Wrote? She would go, the lady on the show, Jessica Fletcher, she would go, I could be wrong, but I doubt it. I could, like, I'm usually right. It's fine. You can trust me. Oh, it's funny. All right. Now, I need to earn some more coins, but I don't want to take you guys through the tedious task of going through all the village and stuff in order to get those coins.
Spectacular news! The broom upgrade's ready. Ha! Stop by the shop.
It's about time.
I hope you will come and see me about a pressing and highly confidential matter at your earliest convenience. I believe that we may be able to help each other.
Peeves' game's the best one ever!
Alright, let's go ahead and get the broom upgrade right quick. Wherever it is. Okay.
Resource indeed, your field.
After class, once you have completed the tasks I've set for you, I would like to teach you Descendo, useful for pulling objects to the ground.
Welcome back. I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you. I truly appreciate all of your help.
I don't have any money. That's right. Dang it, I forgot. Okay.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Can't get my broom upgrade yet. Forgot I was out of money. Let's see. Let's do other things first. That's not going to get us any money. That's not good. Well, let's do this. This won't earn us any money, but it won't cost us any money either. Hey, my dog's over there scratching at something. Let's see. So we have to pop these balloon thingies. Look, it directs us over here, but then the map goes over here. There should be... I thought there was a flue flame over there. Because you can't fly in Hogsmeade. So I have to get out of Hogsmeade first. Because I could just fly over there, but I gotta get out of Hogsmeade first. Which I think is dumb. You can't fly in Hogsmeade, but like... I get it if there were a ton of people. It's like, you know, any town you can't... You know, if you drive through town, the speed limit is less than it is on the highway. So I get it, but you can still drive through town. So. But we gotta pop these balloons. See these blue balloons? We gotta pop those. For Professor Kagawa. And then there's, so the blue ones are for the assignments, and then the red ones, see that red one over there? Those are for just regular, you know, popping balloons. I always forget where the last one is.
Revelio.
Oh, there it is. Alright, now we gotta go to the Quidditch pitch. And there were some Revelio pages at Hogsmeade Station over there. There are a couple over there, but I did not want to get them right now.
What are you chewing on? Hey! Reese!
She was chewing on Curtis's boots. Just like chewing on his boots. We have 50 million dog toys. And she's chewing on Curtis's boots. 50 million hard dog toys. Like, you know, that are specially made for teething. You would think she would chew on those. Nope. Chewing on Curtis's boots. And I would tell him to not put his boots on the ground. But, I mean, where else is he going to put them? Like, we don't have, like, a shoe rack or anything he can put them on. I mean, we have a shoe rack, but the shoes go, like, inside of it. And his boots don't fit inside of it. So. It's just like cats, you know? You have 50 million cat toys and all they want to do is play in the box.
Revelio.
There's the other one. There's also a Revelio page over here. Brilliant. I'm not going to get it right now because I don't want to. Okay, now we have to go back to Madame Kagawa and learn our spell. This is her office. Now, she has a little Quidditch game going on over here.
How did you get on with those tasks?
There's a little tiny Quidditch game going on. So it's not like there's no Quidditch in this game. It's right here.
Madam Kogawa, I completed the list of tasks you assigned.
Wonderful. I trust you became more familiar with your broom through the process?
Hey, be nice now. She's little.
Yes, Professor.
That's good to hear. Keep it up, and perhaps one day you'll have a spot on the Quidditch team. If Black ever permits Quidditch again. Well, with those tasks out of the way, let us get started. Glacius. Pay attention to your wand work. Well done. I'd recommend that you practice your new spell here in my office before taking it out into the world.
All right.
Revelio.
Dang it. You guys, I am losing my ever-loving mind. I'm telling you.
Glacius, there you go.
Frozen.
Catching on quickly.
That's the Quidditch game. There's like no spectators. And yet somebody is cheering for the little teeny tiny Quidditch players. It's so funny. Okay. Let's go ahead and go. Let's see. What do we got going on here? Let's go to Beast class. Can I have the Floo Flame, please? No? How do I get to the... Okie dokie. Other times when it shows me the map, I can just click on the Floo Flame. Flip around, and here we are.
Welcome,
There's supposed to be music
everyone.
here.
I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe. Oh!
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue.
It's like my puppies. They like to tickle your brain.
You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to... Rich is his experience.
He purrs.
That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better.
Usually.
I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some... What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition. And cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Kneazles in the farthest pen?
This way. The Kneazles are over here.
Oh, couple of Kneazle whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes. Stupid thing.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss, peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent?
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone!
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the Kneazles just as you did with Gerald.
Now, let me tell you. These are supposed to look like cats. Okay? Does anybody have a cat this big? I mean, I know Maine Coons can get really big. Ragdolls can get pretty big. But they're supposed to look like house cats. These are huge. I don't know why they're so big, but they're huge.
The Kneazles really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
Thank you, Poppy.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now, where is our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
Their little Kneazle kittens are absolutely adorable, though.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
It was fine.
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps.
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other 5th years. Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
I need to talk to you. Come here.
Did you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. In the forest.
You've intrigued me. Very well. Lead the way.
I'd hoped I would. I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise. Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you. Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead. Stand back.
I don't know how to do that, whistle with my fingers in my mouth. I know a lot of people that can, but I don't know how to do that. I can whistle regular, but I don't know how to do it like that.
Please meet Highwing.
Hello, Highwing.
Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them.
There's no way to not show it the proper courtesy in the game.
I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody.
She's a bird horse. How is she a busybody? Does she even know what you're saying? We're eventually going to get to ride her.
So, what did you think of Highwing?
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howin mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on, what they're doing.
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
Okay, so first of all, let me complain about something. So I was watching this video, and this guy was like, you know, talking about, it was like, you know, details from the Harry Potter movies that you might not have gotten or noticed or picked up on or something. And then, first of all, it was the movies. Okay, so it was not even, there's a lot of things that are not in the movies.
I hate to see a creature get put down like that. But trolls have no business in Hogsmeade.
What the heck is that? Why is it highlighted? I don't get it. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. But one of the things he said was that, you know, how come Harry is so rich? Why does he have so much gold? Well, it's because his grandfather invented Sleeky's hair potion, right? And he was like, oh, it's this kind of shampoo, which I don't think it's shampoo, but I think it's like, you know, like a mousse or something for us, or like a pomade or something, that we would use. Okay. So anyways, you know, he was like, so, you know, as long as wizards keep using the shampoo, then Harry's going to have a steady stream of income. No, that's not how it is at all. The reason Harry is so rich, is because his grandfather sold the company to somebody else. So, Harry doesn't make any money from the, hair potion anymore. He just has money. So anyways, that made me mad. That annoyed me. So I just felt like saying that. Now I feel better. Because back in the day when Pottermore was a thing, boy, that was the best website. Because there was so much information on that website that you can't, that's not, I mean, like most of the stuff that was on that website is not even on the new Wizarding World website at all. So when you go up to when you go there to the current Wizarding World website to look up a detail or something, they don't have the details like they used to. So you're like, oh dang. Also, I don't know where, there's like a Harry Potter wiki or something. Some website somewhere has Lupin's son's name as Edward Remus Lupin.
Revelio.
And I have absolutely no idea where that came from. Because they said specifically in the books, we named him Ted after Dora's father. So, if anything, it would be a longer version of Ted. Like, you know, Theodore or something. But Edward? No. So, whoever was writing that stuff obviously has not read the books. Because I don't know where in the world they would have gotten that.
Revelio.
Oh, it's on the other side. My bad. Okay. Got rid of all my... Let's see. Let's put this one here. This one here. Alright, now let's go back to this eyeball chest. Get us some 500 coins. Okie.
Revelio.
It's locked. Now, this is a side quest for a student where you have to put these things back up on the thing because Professor Black doesn't like it and he wants to take it down. Okay. This is annoying because listen to it.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. One up, one to go.
You hear how annoying that is? So, but one of the students is like, oh, he's taking it down, the bells in the bell tower, and I don't understand why, because it's just so beautiful. I'm like, I don't know where you're getting that, but it sounds awful. The other one's around here somewhere. There it is.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Arresto Momentum, the slowing charm. It allows you to freeze objects or people in midair. Simply complete a few tasks and then come and see me.
It doesn't sound pretty at all, and I don't blame Professor Black for wanting to take it down. But there's a student that wants us to put them back up, and now that we have them up, we can complete the quest without actually doing the quest because we already did it. So, and then there's a frog around here somewhere that will get us to more chests. He like vomits us out. We can't get over here in any other way. We have to go through the frogs, which I don't like because it sounds terrible. But we're done. Alrighty. I don't have to walk all the way back down there. Let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see. Wonder if I have enough coins yet to get my broom upgrade. I do. I would have 26 left. Oh my goodness. Nope. That doesn't look good with my wand at all. Alright, let's go to the map. Give me my broom upgrade.
Being an operative.
And by the way, if you run into people, they get mad at you.
Nice to see you again.
They like sigh at you or they go, hey, or something. It's funny.
You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you.
Thank you very much.
I must tell you, Arthur Vogsmead's been by the shop asking about rumours of a broom upgrade. Without the information you provided, my work would have taken twice as long. Thank you again. It may sound ambitious, but I've already begun work on another upgrade, more difficult to perfect than the last. I wondered, would you be interested in joining forces again? There's another course near Arendelle that Miss Reyes has mastered. If you were to test this first upgrade there, it may help me as I develop the next. Oh, you'll consider it, won't you?
Sounds as if you're really outdoing yourself. If I'm able to help, I will.
Thank you. I know this recent success was only the beginning of what I can do for Broom Flight. Report back as soon as you can, and we'll be off to the races.
All right. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have Maddie do it. And he's working today, so we're not going to do that today. But we can most certainly do our other quests. Mr. Moon, for example. Oh. I'm like, where's the Hogwarts map? I don't get it. Why did I go to the Viaduct Courtyard? That was dumb. It's all right. Oh my gosh, where am I going?
My family has a gobstones tournament every year.
Oh, there's a Levioso guy right there. Levioso. That right quick.
Hey, it's me, Gareth. Do you have a moment?
No, I don't. Is there a Levelio page here? Yes. Sometimes there's a whole bunch of them right here together, and then sometimes you're like ages before you find another one.
Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon, Hogwarts caretaker, at your service. First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit, unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not. And from what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night. Now, if you wouldn't mind humoring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue. Go on, take the moon.
Sorry, I had to run and do a thing real quick.
Oh, odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed. Which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a demiguise.
A demiguise?
Yes! Terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. Second, as macabre and hideous as a demiguise is, most would find my fear of them unwarranted. You, however, have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of 2 statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my evening duties.
I'd be glad to help you, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I knew I could count on you. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before wandering the tower at night. Next, you'll notice that the door is locked. However will you get in? Alahomora, that's how.
But what about curfew?
Curfew? Oh, tosh. I sense you're a bit like me when I was your age. Oh, the school was my oyster. And I took advantage of it. Oh, everyone loved me for it. Oh, those were the days. Now, you'll find one statue in the prefect's bathroom and the other in the hospital wing. Good luck. Oh, and thank you.
Now, in story mode,
Alohomora.
we do not have to unlock the door. We just hit F, auto solve. Done. It just unlocks.
Well done! You're in. Remember, use a disillusionment charm so no one claps eyes on you.
Yeah, okay.
This is a restricted area of the castle, after all.
Yep. Wait, don't I have talent points I can use? Can I sprint? Oh, I can already do that. Sweet. This is what I was telling you about. Defendo can slice through a bad guy and then go to another bad guy. I like that. That's funny. Wait. Cost 200. To reset the talent point? Well, that's cool. I didn't even know you could do that. And then extra Chinese chomping cabbages. Extra Chinese chomping cabbages. Mandrakes. Extra tools. And that's all I have right now. Okay, sorry. Back to the task at hand. Sorry. I get distracted when I'm in the menu area. You can pause that and read if you want to. There's all kinds of notes all over the place. They don't have anything to do with anything. Usually.
How are your students getting along this year?
Rather poorly, I'd say.
Is that so?
We're raising a generation.
How are your students getting along this year? Terribly. They're all stupid. That's not what he said. I know. It's fine. It's kind of what he said, though. Prefect right there. Alright, here's the bathroom.
This must be the prefect's bathroom.
They're saying that Ranrock's loyalists are preparing for a rebellion. Brutes, always mucking about, stirring up trouble. Ranrock and Prefect
Now, I don't know how this is in every other mode except for story mode. I don't know how hard this is, but I have done this a million times in story mode, and I have never ever been caught, not once. Except for usually this guy doesn't take this long to get out of here. There you go. We sprint past all these people.
Venomous tentacula.
Not at the moment, no.
And then...
Well,
see, he's supposed to walk down that hallway there.
Begin my rounds now.
Okay, now we gotta go back down.
Revelio.
You don't have to collect any of this stuff. You can always come back and do it later, but, you know, we're in story mode, and I've done this a million times, and I've never been caught, so it's fine. You don't have to collect this stuff at all if you don't want to.
Revelio.
Now, this one, you have to, like, sneak around. His back is to you, but you have to, like, sneak around behind him. And that's... oh, I was going to say that's it, but we have one more floor to go. But that's going to be... I mean, there's not going to be any other bad guys. And that's it.
Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh, goodness! You're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, Rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Hogsmeade, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
It's definitely intriguing. I'd like to help you solve this mystery.
You, my friend, are a gentle person and a scholar, and I have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that. Oh, and I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery.
All right, so we need to find 22 moons. So let's go to Professor Fig's classroom. Now, I have Googled, because I've not memorized all of the locations of the moons. So I'm on polygon.com right now, and it is going to tell me where all the moons are. So we're going to go to Fig's office. There's one back here.
Mine now, demiguise.
Okay. Let's see, the next one. Transfiguration Classroom, Flue Flame. So let's do that. Let's see. Astronomy Wing. Transfiguration Classroom. Waiting.
Imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Yeah, I can imagine. And we go through the doors. And then we go down all the stairs. Did I collect the Revelio page? I did. All right. over here.
Hello,
Unlock the door. My question is, how did this guy get all these moons in here?
Revelio.
Because, like, your average Joe doesn't just go walking around a school hiding things, you know? Or they're not even really hidden. He's just placing things. So, like, how did he get all these in here? All right, next one. Let's see. Talking Gargoyles Astronomy Wing. That is a level 2 lock, so I can't do that one yet. Bell Tower Wing. Okay. Turn around. Turn left. We're going to go to that staircase over there, but we're not going to go up the stairs. Oops. We're going to go to the side.
Alohomora.
What? What precipice is there that I almost fell down? Really? Just... Come on, guys. Look, there's nothing. Yeah! Over nothing. There's nothing. Alright, anyways. I get annoyed when my character does dumb things. Professor Howland's office. That's a level 2 lock.